Bob Eastman Ball Field, Gallia Academy High School, where tonight it's high school baseball, a non-league game for the Blue Devils. It's Gallia Academy against the Warren Warriors. Chris Delaney joining me today this evening, and Chris, the Blue Devils coming off a win last night. We'll see if they can put together a streak here of two in a row.
Yeah, we came in, looked pretty sharp last night against. Who was it? Who was that last night, Bob? I'm already blank.
Colgrove.
Colgrove, that's right, against Colgrove. Started out hot and stayed that way. Ended up winning 12-2. Good start to the week. We've got Warren, as you said, coming into town today. This is our second matchup with them. We played them on April 8th up at Warren. We jumped out on them, built a lead. We were up by 4 runs going into the 7th. And gave up, 3 runs going into the 7th, gave up 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th and got beat. So that's really going to leave a bad taste in their mouths, and hopefully they can come back, regroup against Warren, and even the series for the season.
Let's look at the lineup tonight. First of all, for the visiting Warren Warriors, Warren will counter with Braylon Murray. He will bat in the leadoff spot. He'll play center field. Jacob Stauffer will hit second. He'll play left field. Jacob Seeley will hit in the number 3 position. He'll play third base. It'll be Brandon Klein. He'll do the catching and hit fourth. Sabin Jonas will be at second base tonight for the Warriors. Then they have a designated hitter. That will be designated hitter Tyler Plummer will be the right fielder, and hitting for him will be Hayden Strong. He'll be the DH. So they're going with that DH tonight in the number 6 position. Hitting 7th will be Jace Hildenberg, and I'm going to get the pronunciation here on that. He will be playing first base, and it's Hilverding. Sorry, it's Jace Hilverding. He's a sophomore, and he'll be playing first base. And then Al Winters will be batting in the number 8th position, and he'll be playing third base. And then doing the pitching tonight will be Tate Jonas. So once again, for the Warriors, it'll be Murray, Stauffer, Seeley, Klein, Jonas. That'll be Sabin Jonas. Then it'll be Plummer. It'll be Strong hitting for him. And it'll be Hilverding. And then Winters and Jonas will be doing the pitching, hitting in the number 9th position. Stepping in for the Warriors to lead off the game is Braylon Murray. For the Blue Devils, Logan Drummond will be doing the pitching. Defensively for the Blue Devils, it'll be Logan Kenny doing the catching. It'll be Braden Conley at first base. Nathan Shockey will be at second. Beckett Camden will be at short. Maddox Delaney will be over at third for the Blue Devils. There's ball 2 off the mound for the Blue Devils. In the outfield, left to right, it'll be Tyler Young, Matthew Foster, and David Champlin. So that's the way the Blue Devils line up on defense. We'll get their batting order to you in just a second. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Drummond. It's going to be a strike, I believe.
It was a strike, yep.
So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Blue Devils wearing an alternate jersey that's brand new. This is only the second time the Blue Devils have worn this jersey. You may get a good look at it there. It's a black jersey with, it does have the royal blue stripes as Drummond missed low and away, ball 2. The jersey has a pinstripe, royal blue pinstripe through it, and the Blue Devil mascot on the back. It looks pretty sharp, really, Chris. You and I were talking about that.
It's a nice pitch there by Logan Drummond. I thought that was strike 3, but apparently we're wrong, and that takes it 3-2. Yeah, these are alternate jerseys. Black with the white pants or the gray pants look really good. So it's always nice when you get 3 or 4 outfits you can choose from, Bob.
So here comes the 3-2 offering from Drummond, and that ball is fouled off, so the count's going to remain 3-2.
That's a nice play. Nice snag in there by the dugout by that kid over there.
We want to personally give a shout-out to the Total Media Sports crew who's been doing the cameras, and thanks to Shelby, they're doing the camera there that you'll see it be coming in at the plate. You're going to get a good look at that. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Drummond. The ball's grounded into right field, drops into right field for a base hit. That's going to roll all the way to the fence. It's going to be at least 2. He's going to go for 3, and Murray's going to lead off with a triple. So Braylon Murray hits the ball right past the first baseman down the right field line, and it was a good hit and got all the way to the fence, and that's going to put him at third base with nobody out.
Yeah, he stung that ball. That was a pretty good shot. There's not many right fielders going to get to that one, so just a really nice way to lead off. Now you're already in the fire. You got a guy on third with nobody out.
Champlin was playing in a little bit over towards center field, had to go a long way. The ball ended up dropping just below the 310 marker down the right field line. Ball 1 from Drummond. Hitting now is Jacob Stauffer. He plays left field for the Warriors. Warren Local in their royal blue with the gray pants, with Warriors in script across the chest. So everybody here tonight wearing royal blue of some sort, as the Blue Devils, of course, wearing royal blue as their team color. And then you see the Warrens blue as well. There's the ball grounded to third and fielded there on over to first for the out. So Maddox Delaney gets the out to Braden Conley, and the run's going to score. A good play there by Delaney to go ahead over to first and record the out.
Yeah, he bobbled that ball a little bit, caught on him, I think, quicker than he thought, but he's able to bury it and stick with it and give up that run. But the important thing is to make sure you get the out. So 1 down, that'll bring up number 7.
Jacob Seeley. Seeley bats from the right side. 5-3 if you're scoring with us. High and outside, ball 1. Pitch from Drummond. Top half of the first inning on a beautiful night here at the Bob, as the Warriors have 1 out now. In the top half of the first inning, game just underway. Thank you for joining. And if you're listening, you can watch the game. Actually, if you will find the Total Media Sports app, you can actually view the game. We're actually recording it. You can actually watch the game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Nice waste pitch there by Logan Drummond, low and away. Thought maybe get the big fella to chase, but no go.
You've seen Logan Drummond pitch this year. Chris, give us a little bit about what there's a ground ball bounce up into almost over.
Logan's one of those guys, just like almost all of our arms this year. He's not going to blow a lot of guys away, but he will hit the zone a lot, get a lot of guys out on ground balls and pop-ups. So as long as he keeps the ball down like we always talk about, he should be okay.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball is grounded.
Right back to Logan Drummond, like we just said. Easy 1-3 play there, so 2 down. Nice play there by number 9.
So that's going to be the second out of the inning. That's going to be Brandon Klein to the plate. I was actually blocked out of that play, and so thank you very much, Chris, for taking that for me there. So second out of the inning. 1 run in as the Warriors' Braylon Murray jumped on the pitch and sent a triple to right field, was able to score later on a ground out of Stauffer. Stauffer picked up the RBI. Drummond now behind, no balls and 1 strike in the count. The Blue Devils have a continuation game at Rock Hill. Is it Thursday night, Chris? Is
yes,
that right?
sir. They're off tomorrow, then they go to Rock Hill to finish up and play their second one there.
No balls, 2 strikes now, swing and a miss there by Klein. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the 0-2 offering from Drummond. Popped up, and it's going to be out of play as Logan Kenny gives it a look. And so the Blue Devils will finish up 1 game at Rock Hill, then play another game at Rock Hill. Then Friday night, I believe, you're on the road too?
Yeah, at South Point.
There's
Pretty
pitch.
sure they're at South Point.
Fly ball to left field. It's going to be deep. It's going to be a fair ball.
Looks
fair
like.
ball. I couldn't tell from
We're,
our vantage point, and it's going to be a double there for Klein. So he doubles right down the left field line, and so it's going to be the second hit of the inning for the Warriors.
Yeah, a little confusion there. I think maybe he thought it was going to be a foul ball, but fair ball. Looked like he must have found the hole in the left field over there, like he did the first leadoff guy did. So they're cooking again. Got a guy in scoring position with 2 outs here.
Murray went down the right field line. Klein goes down the left field line. And like you said, they were right on the line. And we were waiting to see the signal from the umpire, the base umpire, who did mark it fair. Here comes Sabin Jonas. He plays second base, hits from the left side. Left-handed hitter, standing in the box. 2 balls, no strikes from Drummond. So the Warriors now have a runner on second base. That would be Klein. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. inside, ball 3. So now Drummond is behind in the count 3-0.
Yeah, not where you want to be, getting a guy on second and then throwing three straight balls, putting yourself in an even deeper hole here.
Warren is 1 game under 500 for the season. There's a strike. Nice pitch by Drummond. And so the Warriors, with a win tonight, could be at the 500 mark. They're trying to get there. The Blue Devils, on the other hand, are trying to put together 2 consecutive wins as they got there's a strike. So now that's going to even the count 3-2. The Blue Devils won last night, as we talked about here, against the Cold Grove Hornets. They're trying to put together 2 wins in a row. And you and I talked about that last night, trying to go for the streak there, put together 2 nice games in a row.
Yeah, they haven't been able to do that yet this year. They're 2-9. There he goes, third strike there, swinging. So nice job to finish the inning. But they haven't been able to get a whole lot going. They're 2-9. But, we've talked about it a few times, Bob. They've been in a lot of the games. They're just having struggles finishing. They're getting behind just like we did here. So hopefully come down on the bottom of the first and get some stuff going.
For the Warriors in the top of the first, they could pick up a 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 runner left on base. And we played a half inning now from the Bob here in Centenary. And your score is Warren 1 and the Blue Devils coming to bat.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Game, if you want to, you can watch the game live. If you go to YouTube TV and search on the TV Total Media, and you should be able to find that, right, Shelby? Total Media, and you should be able to find it right there. Total Media Sports. If you'll go to Total Media Sports, you should be able to see our game live on YouTube TV. For the Blue Devils, it's going to be Tyler Young, Beckett Camden, and Logan Drummond in their half of the first, as the Blue Devils are hitting for the first time this evening, as they fell behind 1-0, and so the Blue Devils hoping to not just get even, but to go ahead.
Yeah, they got down. Unfortunately, Logan Drummond had a pretty nice first inning outside of 2 pitches that were left up. Got a ground ball and a pop-up and a strikeout. So, like I said, unfortunately put himself in a hole with two pitches. But we can get back in the game. This is a team that hopefully can start stringing hits together. They played well the past couple games and hitting the ball anyway. So hopefully we can get rolling.
Tyler Young steps into the plate. Young leads off, hitting .257 on the year, and he is, of course, the left fielder for the Blue Devils tonight. Young standing in, backs from the left side. Here comes the first pitch from Tate Jonas. Missed ball 1 ball, no strikes. For the Warriors, it'll be Klein behind the plate. It'll be Hilverding at first. Sabin Jonas, there's a ball hit down the first baseline, foul ball. Sabin Jonas will be at second. Jacob Seeley will be at shortstop, and then Al Winters will be over here at third. From left to right for the Warriors, it'll be Jacob Stauffer, Braylon Murray, and Tyler Plummer. So that's the way the Warriors line up on defense. Here comes the pitch to Young, grounded on the ground to second base. There to pick it up is Jonas. On over to Hilverding, and it's going to be 1 out for the Blue Devils. So,
yeah, nice hit there by Tyler Young. Unfortunately, rolled over on that ground ball, hit it really hard, but wasn't going to find a hole there. Nice hustle down the line, almost beat it out though. I'll bring up Beckett Camden, number 30.
So Jonas to Hilverding, and that's the first out for the Blue Devils. Camden hitting .486 on the year for the Blue Devils, hitting in the second two position, takes a strike. No balls, one strike. Now one out for the Blue Devils, as the Blue Devils are getting signals from third base coach Corey Camden. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Tate Jonas. Low and away, ball one. One ball, one strike. Now the count to Beckett Camden.
Yeah, Beckett's really been swinging the bat well past couple weeks. Obviously, you've hit .486. You're doing something right.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch now. Ball's hit down the shortstop, and coming up with it is Seeley on over to Hilverding, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. As you and I were looking before the game started, both the third baseman Winters and the shortstop Seeley both have good arms on them. This is a good fundamental baseball team, as we were talking in the pregame, and they do things right. And that was a hop there that Beckett Camden hit the ball good. Young hit the ball good. Camden hit the ball good. But unfortunately, they were right at the second baseman and the shortstop.
Yeah, the majority of balls that Beckett Camden hits like that, those 99 hoppers to shortstop, he's going to beat out, and he almost did there. But I think that's Seeley made a nice throw to get him out at first.
That was a bang play. Thank you for pointing that out, Chris. That was a bang play over there at first base. As the ball hit the infield grass, it kind of deadened out a little bit, and Camden almost beat it out. So here's Logan Drummond. Drummond hitting .216 on the air. There's a strike on the outside corner. Drummond pitching tonight. Plays a variety of positions for the Blue Devils. Tonight's on the mound. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That's outside. Ball three. Chris, talk a little bit about Maddox. Did he tweak his leg there?
Yeah, he was taking warm-ups there, and he kind of rolled it over in pre-games or ball four to put Logan Drummond on. Had to come off there. He had been wearing a brace, but as kids are known to do, they do dumb stuff, and he just decided not to wear his brace. So rolls his ankle. Lori tapes it up. Lori Ward, our athletic trainer here at Gallia Academy, taking care of just another kid like she's been doing for years and years. But now he's in the box now, ready to go. He should be fine.
Delaney hitting .312 on the season for the Blue Devils and has the lone Blue Devil home run, and that happened at Warren.
Yes, sir, it did. Yep.
So Chris was talking about that. Hit 3 balls that day, pretty good, and one of them got out of the yard. 1 ball, no strikes to count. There's a pitch. That's a strike. So that's going to even the count at 1-1-1.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to do it again, but Coach Camden would say, hey, let's just find a ball in some grass and get rolling here.
310 down the line, 355 to the gap, 370 to straightaway center. There's a pop-up. Third baseman and the shortstop converging, and calling is going to be Seeley, and he's going to make the catch. And that's going to end the inning for the Blue Devils. So Jacob Seeley holds in the pop-up off of the bat of Maddox Delaney. That's going to do it for the Blue Devils in their half of the first. We've played one here at the Bob Eastman Ball Field in Centenary. Your score after 1 inning, Warren Local 1 and the Blue Devils nothing. Second half action when we come back.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Well, we're getting ready for the second half action where the Warriors will send Hayden Strong, Jace Hilverding, and Al Winters to the plate. See what they can do for the Warriors here in their half of the second. So the Blue Devils, not much action.
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Okay,
And we're back
and we're back.
again.
So the Blue Devils now will try to hold defensively the Warriors. And talk a little bit about the game up there, Chris. The game at Warren. You were telling me that game went the Blue Devils' way for a while, and then they kind of faltered there at the end.
Yeah, we scored 2, I believe, in the first, and went back and forth, and they tied it up at 2. Then we scored 1 in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and we're up 5-2 going in the bottom of the 7th. And like I said earlier, they scored 4 on us and walked us off. So looked great for 6.5 innings.
Here is Hayden Strong, the designated hitter. Foul back over the screen. Strike one from Logan Drummond. Drummond throws from the right side. No balls, 1 strike to count. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be strike 2 on the
Nice
corner.
curveball there, Mr. Drummond.
As we get no balls, 2 strikes there, the count. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here comes the pitch. Outside, barely missed. So Drummond barely missed on that one. And so it's going to run the count now to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Reese Toller, that's a great job, bud. Number 40.
Reese Toller brings us the
Being
lineup
a hero.
down. There's a ball laced to left field, and it's going to be hauled in there by Tyler Young. As Young stepped back a couple of steps and hauled it in. So good play there by Young, in right place at the right time, and Strong is retired for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring Jace Hilverding to the lineup, or to the plate rather. Hilverding is the first baseman for the Warriors. Here comes the pitch. It's a miss. Outside, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to count. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, low and away, ball 2.
Nice job back there by Logan Kinney blocking that ball. It's one of those things where you get in the habit of doing, even though it's a 1-0 count, get used to blocking balls and doing all the fundamental things right. When it doesn't matter, you can do it when it's important. So nice job there.
Here comes the pitch, ball's lined right down center field, left center field. That's going to get down, and that's going to be a hit there for a long single there for Hilverding. So fly ball to left, and Tyler Young over and hauls it in, gets it back in. And so that'll be the 3rd hit of the game for the Warriors, first of this inning. That's going to bring Al Winters to the
They're
plate.
hitting the ball really well so far, Bob. So hopefully the defense is on its toes and ready to move.
That ball got down, and Young was able to scamper and get it in. Here is Al Winters, short lead over there by Hilverding. Outside, ball 1. It's going to be a 1-0 count there. As Winters wears number 2, plays third base for the Warriors. 1-0 pitch on the way.
Here goes the runner.
And the throw down is going to be in the dirt, and he's going to beat that throw, so it was a 1-hopper. So a steal for Hilverding. Good block down there by Beckett Camden.
Shockey.
Shockey came over. And took that. At least he blocked that from going into center field. So good play there by Nathan.
He got a good jump on that steal, and Logan Kinney actually fielded pretty smooth, fielded clean, made a nice throw, but that 1 hopper just hopped up a little bit higher than you want, and instead of skipping to the bag, it hopped and didn't quite get him.
So Hilverding over to second base on a steal, testing Kinney's arm early, short lead, swing and a miss. So that's going to even the count now at 2-2, 1 out. Hilverding at second base for the Warriors. On deck is Tate Jonas, the pitcher for this evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count, 1 out. Blue Devils trailing 1-0 in this one. If you just joined us, there's a ball, kind of a waste pitch, 3-2. Outside, they were trying to get, Drummond was trying to get Winters to chase it. Winters back in the box. Drummond to the belt. Here comes the pitch. Ball's lined to shortstop and into center field for a base hit. That's going to score a run. And that's a long single there, an RBI for Jonas, or for Winters, rather. And so Winters singles to center field. That's the 4th hit of the night for the Warriors. That's going to be now, the Warriors are up 2-0 as Warren Local scores on that play.
Yeah, just a nice hit back up the box. Beckett Camden tried to get over, range over, couldn't quite get the backhand, or the forehand, sorry, and got into center field, and they score a run.
There's a ball laced right to Camden. He's going to
He's
double
gonna
him
double
up.
him off.
He got
Nice
him.
play.
Easy double play as Jonas hit the ball on the bullet right to Beckett Camden. Camden on over to Conley, and Beckett, good heads-up play there by Camden to catch him off, and Winters was dead to right field. I think Winters thought the ball was going to get through.
Yeah.
And he was off on the pitch and doubled up really pretty easily. So Camden to Conley, that's going to be a double play and get the Blue Devils out of the inning. So for Warren Local, they score 1 run, they score 2 hits, and there was runner left on base. And now we've played an inning and a half. We've actually played, yeah,
That's
played
correct.
an inning and a half, and your score is Warren Local 2 and the Blue Devils 0. More when we come back.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Bob Hood,
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Bob Hood, along with Chris Delaney, back at the Bob here in Centenary, where the Blue Devils will hit in their half of the second. It'll be Nathan Shockey, Braden Conley, and Logan Kinney for the Blue Devils, and hopefully many more, as the Blue Devils now have fallen behind 2-0. And Chris, the Blue Devils bats have got to come alive here.
Yeah, unfortunately, the past 2 innings we've let leadoff guy get on, and when you do that, they score a lot of the time. So those are kind of self-inflicted wounds. Hopefully we can get back into it here.
Here comes Jonas with the first pitch, and it's popped up, and it's going to be the first baseman. It's going to be Hilverding. It's going to haul it in. So Shockey flies out on the first pitch of the inning to Hilverding. It's going to be the first out of the inning. That's going to bring Braden Conley to the plate. Conley hitting .241 this year for the Blue Devils. And Coach Corey Camden going over some hitting instructions there. Shockey passed by. So stepping into the plate is Braden Conley. It's going to be a ball 1. It's high and outside. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2. So Jonas has missed with the first 2 pitches.
Yeah,
for the
Brady's one of
Warriors.
those guys that gets ahead early in the count, but sometimes gets a little aggressive and he puts himself behind. So nice job here getting ahead. There's a nice line drive right at the center fielder.
Takes a couple steps, and Braylon Murray hauls it in. So hit the ball well. He just hit it right to Murray, and that's going to be the second out for the Blue Devils, and that's going to bring Logan Kinney to the plate.
Yeah, really can't ask for a whole lot more out of a line drive than Brady Conley just gave right there. Like I said, I don't think the center fielder more than a couple steps, and it fell right to him.
So in steps Kinney, or rather Logan Kinney, as David Champlin will be on deck for the Blue Devils. So 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2 outs now for the Blue Devils in the home half of the second. 2-0 if you just joined us in favor of the Warren Locals. There's a swing and a miss, kind of a check swing. So now it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike to count. So some softball action going on here in the field adjoining to us.
I believe that's middle school softball.
Middle school softball. There's a swing and a miss, and it's going to be strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're familiar, the softball field is right adjacent to the baseball field. A good, nice setting here for the Blue Devils. We talked about that last night. Blue Angels, Blue Devils. There's a ball inside. It's going to miss. That's going to even the count now 2-2. So Jonas is now 2-2. Oh, he must have hit him. So base on ball, and that's going to be put the that's the second Blue Devil runner as Jonas walked Logan Drummond in the first inning. So now their coach is coming out. Very situation similar to that last night, as their coach is claiming here that. We don't know, but we're claiming maybe not. But he's on first base, and we had an incident very, very similar to this.
Yes, sir, we did. I think at this point, Coach is just making sure the umpire made the right call. I'm sure he probably didn't disagree with it a whole lot. He said, hey, listen, could you clarify that for me, just to make sure I saw it right.
And he did. So stepping in for the Blue Devils now will be David Champlin. Champlin hitting .286 on the year, playing right field today for the Blue Devils. To the belt from the stretch. Here comes the pitch from Jonas. That's going to be a strike as Kenny got a short lead over there at first base.
Yeah, he's not going to take a lot of bags without the ball getting by. So a guy like that, you're going to make hay in your secondary lead. You see Logan get a pretty good one there.
Ground ball foul. Hops outside the line. Picked up there by Winters. Tossed back to Jonas. And so now that's going to be no balls and 2 strikes. The count to David Champlin. From the stretch to the belt, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Champlin goes down on strikes. That's going to end the Blue Devils' threat. So for Gallia Academy, no runs, no hits, the 1 runner left on base. We've now played 2 complete, and your score from the Bob Eastman Field here in Centenary is Warren 2 and the Blue Devils nothing.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Bob Hood, along with Chris Delaney, back at the Bob. And we're here this evening with the Gallia Academy and Warren. And we're here for the top of the third. And for the Warriors, they're going to be at the top of the order. It's going to be Braylon Murray, Jacob Stauffer, and Jacob Seeley, 1, 2, and 3 for the Warriors in the top of the third. So Blue Devils behind by a couple, not playing bad, just behind by a couple runs. And so plenty of time left. And we'll see what Warren can do here in their third.
We've got the top of the order coming up. I'm sure they're probably going to be on their toes. Mr. Champlin is going to be out there ready for a ball hit by ground ball to first there, fielded by Conley, flips over to Logan Drummond covering and 1 down.
So 3-1 if you're scoring. Nice play there by Drummond. So many times, especially at this level, and talking about fundamental baseball, so many times at this level, that pitcher forgets to go over there and cover. And
Yeah, they're
we have a
watching
problem.
instead of playing. And
Yep, we have a problem.
right there, that's a nice job by Logan Drummond to get over field his position.
So Murray goes left side both times, and that time the Blue Devils were able to record an out. There's a strike from Logan Drummond, his 3rd inning of work for the Blue Devils, big strong right-hander.
Yeah.
This is going to be Jacob Stauffer.
As we mentioned earlier, too, Bob, that was the first. This is the first inning that Warren didn't get the leadoff guy on, so hopefully we can give him a 0.
There's a pop-up, and looks like that's going to be handled by the pitcher. And he calls everybody off, and that's going to be Logan Drummond hauling that in. And so that's the 2nd out. Now, we talked about this last night a couple times. It would be really nice to get out of an inning with a few pitches here and save some pitch count.
The efficiency on the pitch count, like we had talked about, yeah, that's one of the most important things, especially when you got 5 games, well, 4 games for sure, maybe another half this week. So as few pitches as we can use is the better.
Here comes the first pitch to the shortstop. It's going to be Jacob Seeley. Seeley grounded back to Drummond the first time up. And so here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that ball's hit to left field, short left field, coming in and making the catch.
Nice sliding catch there by Tyler Young, coming in, making a really nice aggressive play to get the 3rd out. Great play there by Tyler Young.
So that ball was hit shallow left field, and Young came in and made a sliding catch, and he's going to retire Jacob Seeley. So for the first time tonight, the Warriors are retired 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd with your score: Warren 2 and the Blue Devils nothing.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Okay, we're back here at the Bob in Centenary, where the Blue Devils trail Warren by a score of 2-0. And Tate Jonas is taking his warm-ups and completing those completing his 3rd inning of work. And for the Blue Devils, it's going to be Matthew Foster, and then the top of the order, Young and Camden, and hopefully many more. I say that in each inning, and I'm true to that. Hopefully, the Blue Devils will be able to record some hits and get some runs in here in their half of the 3rd.
Yeah, Bob, these middle innings is really where you want to get going. Like we said, Blue Devils haven't really had a whole lot on. I think 2 base runners so far, so. We've got 9-1-2 coming up with Matthew Foster. If he can find his way on base, maybe we can get rolling here.
Foster steps up, and here comes Tate Jonas to go to work. We have an ideal setup here down the 3rd base line, just behind the 3rd bag. Just good location, got a good view of the field. First pitch is strike 1, no balls and 1 strike. The count on the Blue Devils center fielder, Matthew Foster. Foster hitting 143 on the year. There's a ball that's hit to deep left field. Going back is Stauffer, and he's going to make the catch. So a long fly ball there by Foster. That ball was hit very, very good, and Stauffer goes back and gathers it in. The Blue Devils.
Play there nice play by the left fielder to get a nice, well-hit ball there by Foster. So that'll bring up Tyler Young, number 4.
You mentioned this, and you mentioned this a couple times. The Blue Devils are hitting the ball well tonight. They're just hitting it right at people.
Right at guys.
And Foster hit that ball very good and chasing it down Out in left field was Jacob Stauffer. There's another hard hit ball.
There's a
That's going to
gapper.
get in between the left fielder and center fielder, and that's going to be a long single there for Tyler Young. Young hit the ball to left center, and he found the gap, and that's going to be a hit. That's going to be the first hit for the Blue Devils tonight, and it comes from the left fielder, Tyler Young.
Yeah, really well hit ball there in the gap. Nice play to cut that ball off by the left fielder, stop another base for Tyler Young. Of course, the grass is a little thick too. That probably helped out, but we'll take a single just as well.
And we were just talking about how the Blue Devils have hit the ball hard. Young gets a good lead over there first. There's a strike on the outside corner as Beckett Camden was taking. Camden grounded out in the first inning, grounded out to Jacob Seeley, hit the ball hard. There's a ball that's popped up, and it's going to be playable, I believe. Is it going to be caught there by the catcher? So Brandon Klein hauls it in. So that ball was hauled in there by the catcher, Brandon Klein. That's the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring to the plate Logan Drummond. Logan drew a walk first time up. And we've got runners on, a runner on now. So the Blue Devils' goal is to get him around.
Yeah, you hate to see that if you're Beckett Camden. And there's nothing worse than popping up to the catcher or pitcher. Young's taking off there, and he is toast.
And
Got thrown out.
nice throw there by Brandon Klein down to Saban Jonas, and that's going to retire the runner, Tyler Young, who was attempting to steal the base. So he's out to the 4, and that's going to retire the inning for the Blue Devils. And for Gallia Academy, no runs on 1 hit, no one left on base, and now we've played 3 complete. And your score, Warren 2 and the Blue Devils nothing.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Laney back at the Bob Eastman Field here in Centenary, and you got to be heads alert over here, right behind third base.
Yeah, we
Chris?
got guys warming up over here, and Tyler Young threw one a little higher than Mr. Hood was expecting here. Thankfully, number 41, Heath Champlin, was able to get up off the ground and make a play. Otherwise, we might have to call the squad for Mr. Hood.
Yeah, we don't want that. Right?
Jumped out of his skin there.
Yes, sir. Chris and I will be back next Monday night as the Blue Devils will play host to the Portsmouth Trojans. That game will be right here on Total Media Sports. As you can see, that game right here on next Monday night. Starting time will be 5:30. That's a league game. And so it'll be the Blue Devils and the Portsmouth Trojans. And as Drummond misses their ball 1, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So now the 1-0 pitch, and the batter is going to be Brandon Klein, the catcher. And speaking of catchers, let's not take anything away. That was a perfect throw that he made in the last inning there on Tyler Young.
Yep. Young got a pretty good jump there, but I don't know if Beckett was taken, but he didn't swing. Catcher came out, made a nice throw, and like I said, Young was toast. But that throw is right at the front corner of the bag. There's not much you can do there.
Yeah, good throw there by the Warriors catcher Logan, and so Brandon Klein threw a bullet. Klein steps in, the ball gets past Kenny, and that's going to go to the fence. That's going to make it 3-1. as Logan Kenny doing the catching job tonight for the Blue Devils. Gallia Academy trying to jump around and play some other players in different positions with so many games this week. There's a strike. That's going to make it full now, 3-2. It's really challenging when you have 3 and 4 games a week, trying to make sure that all your position players are healthy.
Yeah, usually a lot of teams, nice pitch. Way to get back in the at-bat there by Logan Drummond. Fell down 3-0 and ended up striking the guy out. Great job. But, yeah, one of the problems you have when you play 4 or 5 games in a week is you just run out of pitching, because guys are only allowed so many pitches per day, and they have to have rest. And plus some of them, sometimes rest just isn't enough, and they just can't get their arms back before next time to throw. So hopefully we can get a good outing of Logan today. From Logan, that ball's ripped down the line. That is a foul ball. But hopefully we can get pretty good pitching from Logan tonight, not have to go to their bullpen, and then maybe stay in pretty good shape for Thursday and Saturday.
The hitter for the Warriors is Saban Jonas. And Jonas standing in last time up to bat. He struck out. And I was just looking there that Drummond has struck out 2 tonight. And Jonas just happened to be the first one. The second one was Klein, who just struck out prior. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That ball is popped up. It's going to be shallow center field. Coming over is Foster, and he's going to haul it in. So Matthew Foster makes the catch, and that's going to be the second out of the inning.
Yeah, nice play there. Didn't have to move a whole lot, but got a nice break on it, kind of cruised under it, made a nice play.
It's going to be Hayden Strong who's going to stand in now, as Drummond now has recorded 2 outs in the Warren half of the 4th. Moving along pretty good, actually. Game got off to a little bit of a late start. All non-league games were scheduled to start at 5. I think maybe the umpires might have thought maybe 5:30.
I don't think we had umpires here till 5:22, if I remember.
Yeah, the teams were both ready.
They did not get the memo.
Yeah, they didn't. Both teams were ready. And the umpires came down over the hill about, like you said, and there's a swing and a miss there by Strong. And so it's now 1 ball, 1 strike. So we got underway a little bit late, but don't forget next Monday, that's going to be a 5:30 start, as that'll be a league game. So the Blue Devils and the Trojans. There's a half swing foul ball down the front of the Warren dugout. So that's going to now be 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, that Portsmouth game, we played down there earlier this season, as we did just about everybody. I think we actually got out ahead of them too, and if not, it was a good game down, and we made too many strikes. There's a nice swinging strike 3 thrown by Logan Dream, so that'll finish the inning for them. But another game that we were in had every shot to win, but we just, like you're seeing today, we're putting ourselves in holes, and we can't get the job done when we need to do it.
The second consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Drummond, as he strikes out 2 of the 3 and records his 3rd strikeout. So we've now played 3.5, and your score is Warren 2 and the Blue Devils nothing.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Chris Delaney back at the Bob in Centenary, where the Blue Devils are trailing in this one 2-0, coming up to bat for the Blue Devils in their half of the inning will be Logan Drummond, Maddox Delaney, and Nathan Shockey. So we'll see here what the Blue Devils can do.
Yeah, we're getting the meat of the lineup here. We've got 3, 4, 5. We really have to get something going. Like I said, we're running out of outs here, and it's only the 4th inning, but you don't want to wait to try and start scoring.
Here comes the first pitch from Tate Jonas. Ball 1.
That's a little low there. If you're Logan Drummond, if you're going to swing at something, you want to get a little better pitch to go at.
Here comes the pitch as Jonas is on into second. There's a ground ball to third. Takes a hop. Nice play there by the third baseman. And he throws errantly over the first baseman's head. That's going to be an error on the throw. And that's going to allow Drummond to go to second base. And that was unfortunate for Al Winters because he made a nice play on that hard hop.
Yes, he did. That backhand with the one hopper coming off the lip there got us in shape. That's what we really want to see here. Coach Camden's now talking to Maddox. I don't know if they're discussing maybe a bunt here or not, but this is the kind of thing. You got to make teams pay for mistakes. And Maddox popped up to the catcher, I think, or first baseman last at bat. So he's going to want to sit and be patient and get some hit hard here and get the guy over.
There's an error on Winters on the errant throw, and that error allowed Drummond to go to second base. So Jonas working from the stretch, outside ball 1. As a short lead there by Drummond. He wasn't going anywhere. And Coach Camden now giving the signals there to Maddox Delaney. From the belt, here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ball's bounced to third, down,
That's a
fair ball.
That's a
and
fair
that's
ball.
a great hit there by Delaney. That's going to score a run. He's going to stay at first on a long single, but that ball was hopped right over the third base bag. Nice single there by Maddox Delaney, and he's going to get an RBI for that one, and he scored 1 run as Drummond scores, and that's going to make it now 2-1.
Yes, sir. He's over there getting his gummy worm from Coach Harris. Every time you get to first base, you get a gummy worm, but nice job of getting the runner in there by Maddox Delaney. Turned on that fastball and shot it down the line. That'll bring up Nathan Shockey.
So a good hit there by Maddox Delaney, the third hit for the Blue Devils. There's a ball high and outside there to Shockey.
I think that's only their second hit, Bob.
Oh, you're right. It is. It is. You're right. And you don't even have the scoreboard. You're very. Oh, okay.
I'm
great.
cheating. I got
great,
the game changer.
Great
Don't
job.
give me too much credit.
Great job there. Second hit for the Blue Devils, and it came in a very timely fashion. That ball hopped right over the third base bag. Nothing Winters could do. The ball was really hit hard and allowed. There's a ball.
Shockey sends the ball. I think that might be it. It's going to hang up there for the center fielder, yeah.
So Braylon Murray makes the catch, so that's going to be the first out of the inning. And that's going to still leave Delaney over there at first base. So now stepping in will be Braden Conley. Conley flew out to Murray in the second inning.
Yeah, he hit that ball on the nose last time. Brady can get in one of that and find a gap. Could get Delaney around here, maybe score on a ball in the gap.
The ball in the corner, strike 1. So Conley standing in with men in the scoring run, really, over there at first base. Here comes the pitch. Ball's grounded.
Ball hit hard up the middle.
And it's going to get through. And that's going to have to hold up there at second base was Delaney. He wasn't sure that ball was going to get through. So he held up there just a tad. And, he really
Yeah,
he
center
had to be
fielder was
running.
coming
Yep,
up
he
really
was.
hard, so he wasn't going to get to third unless the ball took a really big hop, but it didn't. That's okay. I don't know if they're going to score that a hit or an error, but regardless, we're cooking. We got Logan Kinney up with 2 runners on and 1 out here.
Well, I'm going to score it a hit. I'm not the official scorer, but I'm going to score it a hit.
Okay.
The ball was hit right up the middle. The shortstop on the play, Seeley, did move over and was actually there, but the ball took a hop. They're appealing, no swing, so it'll be ball in the dirt. So now the Blue Devils have runners on first and second, tying run at second. Go ahead, run it at first here in the 4th inning. Blue Devils hitting in the home half of the 4th, trailing now 2-1. They have continued to hit the ball harder. There's a weak fly ball down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. That's going to get in. Foul
ball.
That was in perfect position. He sent that just over the first base bag down the right field line. Nobody was going to catch it. It was in no man's land down there. It was foul.
That would have gotten 1 in. Maddox was rounding third by the time the ball hit the ground. So, unfortunately, this is a spot where Logan Kinney in the past is really good. He can put the ball in play and get some guys in here. Hopefully, they'll get another one.
Delaney over at second. Conley over at first for the Blue Devils. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. High and outside. Way to hold up there by Kenny. He had emotion, he had thought, but he held up. Ball was outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the count working from the stretch to the belt. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Kenny's now going to be, ball's going to be, I
Didn't
think
do
it's
himself any
actually,
favors there. That ball was down below his socks, so a little too aggressive there. Now he's got to dig out of a hole. Hopefully choke up off the knob here and put something in play.
Here comes the pitch from Tate Jonas. He's got his eyes on second base. Pitch outside. Now the count is wrong on the board.
I believe we're full. We're 3-2.
It is full now, 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes the count.
Yeah, this is an at-bat that Logan Kenny's really got to win here.
Kenny, the catcher tonight. Here comes the pitch. And that ball's lifted
That's
to
going to
center
be caught.
field. And drifting over and making the catch there is Braylon Murray. So Kenny flies out to center field. It's going to be the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring to the plate David Champlin.
Yeah, good at-bat there by Logan. He didn't do himself any favors swinging at that bad pitch, but he did get the ball in play on a nice fly ball, which is all we really want. We always tell him, hey, make him get you out. So he did that there. Unfortunately, center fielder made a decent play on it.
So Champlin steps in to the plate. Struck out the first time in the second inning. Champlin has that left foot raised inside. Klein faked to throw down to first, nothing doing. Blue Devils have 2 runners on. Delaney is at second. Braden Conley, the runner, over at first. Jonas working from the stretch. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch outside. He's going to throw down, quickly back.
Well, that's a snap throw. You don't usually see that throwing behind the runner like that, especially with a guy ahead of him. But catcher was pretty confident he might be able to throw down there and get Brady Conley. But thankfully, Brady was on his toes and he got back.
Like you said, it's a dangerous throw because that whole right field line is open if that something happens. Here's Champlin now. The count is 2 balls and no strikes. It's going to be outside. Nope, that's on the corner. So now the count is even at 2-2.
2-1, Bob, 2-1.
2-1. Oh, okay. Champlin has that left foot raised. That front foot is going to be. Now we're 2-2.
Now we are 2-2. You saw the future, Bob. That's all.
I did. I saw the future. 2-2 now the count. Has 2 outs and 2 on for the Blue Devils. Here comes Jonas's 2-2 offering. Champlin fouls it off. He did a good job just fighting that off.
Yeah.
The pitch was inside a little bit, and Champlin kind of fouled it off, what we call protecting the plate.
Yeah, he's been behind both at bats here. I don't know if he's just not seeing it well or he's not ready, but he's been behind the ball, been late.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. And here comes the pitch, and it's going to be outside. Good eye, ball 3.
That was close. Ball 3. We're full count here. Probably going to see the runners in motion, so this is another at-bat we'd like to see come out ahead. If Heath Champlin or David Champlin get a base hit here, we're going to tie the ball game.
So Coach Camden, exactly what you said. Coach Camden making sure that Coach Harris over there knew to have the runners running. There's a foul ball. The runners were off.
Way to hang in there. Nice job, David.
Over at first base. Conley wasn't.
I think he
up
was
and
watching,
running.
Bob. He thought he'd get some popcorn and watch. Hopefully he's on the move this time.
Yeah, he was watching, and Coach Camden let him know about it. 3 balls, 2 strikes now, full count. Here comes the pitch to David Champlin. Fouled off.
Another
That
one.
time
Good.
he was running.
Good.
Well, I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
He was almost all the way over to second base.
And Coach Camden climbs up on you like that. You won't do it again, hopefully.
And Coach Harris said, we got it. It's all right. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Blue Devils hitting in the home half of the 4th. Trailing in this one, and that's ball 4.
Good eye.
That's going to load the bases.
Good eye there by
David Champlin.
David Champlin. Good at bat. Battled, won it. So that'll bring up the senior, Matthew Foster. And if there's a bigger spot, we're going to need him right here. This is why we got him up. He's a senior. He's one of our leader guys. So hopefully he can come through and find a ball, find some grass here.
Bases are full of Blue Devils. Delaney is at is third. Conley is at second. Now David Champlin over at first, and we've got a visit from the pitcher's mound. And,
Coach probably just going to go out there and settle him down a little bit. Right now, Jonas is at 50 pitches on the nose, 50 pitches, 31 strikes. So he's not throwing poorly. As we said before, we haven't really been able to get into him. So right here's a good spot. Coach is saying, hey, listen, just settle down and throw strikes here. But Matthew Foster's due for a big hit. Everybody on this lineup's due for a big hit, but no more so, I think, than Mr. Foster. So hopefully he can sit on one and find some grass here and give us the lead. I think if he hits the ball hard enough out there, even though it is Brady Conley, I think he can score him on a base hit here.
And he hit the ball well the last time up. He hit it to left field, and Stauffer hauled it in. But you talked about it. He hit the ball very, very well. So Jonas remains in the game. Blue Devils trail 2-1, and the bases are full of Blue Devils.
I feel pretty good here. I like our chances. I like Mr. Foster today.
Here comes the first pitch, high and away, ball one. So ball one, it was high and outside. Blue Devils have a lot of potential right here as they've battled back all night. We've talked about it. They've hit the ball well. Just they need to get the ball in play.
All right, he stung that ball. Did he get to center fielder?
Oh, no.
No,
Oh,
he dropped it. He dropped it. He dropped it.
And
That's
going
going
to
to
at
get two
least
in.
get three in, and that's going to be a stand-up double there for Matthew Foster. And let's take nothing away from the attempted catch by Murray.
That was almost a phenomenal catch out there by that center fielder. He went back on that ball and actually had it in his glove until he hit the ground and it fell out. But, wow, great effort there. Way to sting the ball by Matthew Foster. That's a big hit for him. We've been waiting on that one. Way to go, Matthew. Nice job.
And 2 RBIs, and now the Blue Devils bring in three RBIs. There are 3. The bases were loaded, so Foster picks up 3 RBIs, and on a very hard hit ball to some of the deepest area of the park, right in front of our total media camera. And now into hit is Tyler Young. So a long double there by Foster, 3 RBIs. And the Blue Devils have picked up 4 runs in this inning. And so...
Yeah, just a huge at-bat there. Great at-bat by Matthew Foster. And that'll bring Tyler Young up. And a base hit right here, a ball through the infield. Foster's going to score on it because he's lightning too.
So Young, ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Jonas, here comes the 2-0 delivery. That ball is hit down the right field line. Foul.
There.
Right over the first base, bag down the line. So one of the little ones giving chase out there as Warren Local brought a few people with them. They journeyed down to the game.
That's a long drive.
It is a long drive.
About an hour and 15 minutes, I think.
Here comes the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, and that's
Good
outside.
eye there. Good eye.
So Young hits from the left side. And Camden, Coach Camden was sending all of those runners. He wasn't going to let anybody, no grass grow under their feet, no pun intended. And everybody was off on the hit. There's a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Everybody was off, being 2 outs, 3-2 pitch, and the ball was laced to the deep, like I said, the deepest part of the park.
Yeah, that's back here on the warning track. That ball was smoked, and thankfully he wasn't able to hold on to it, but just still a great.
Ball's fouled up over our way, back behind us.
And it's in the creek.
And again, that effort that Murray put there was phenomenal for a high school. He almost came up with a diving catch. Would have been a run-saving catch, and the ball popped out of his glove and allowed 3 Blue Devils to score. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Ball's piled up again.
Uh-oh, that Dickinson's in play.
And coming over to make the catch is Al Winters, and that's going to retire the Blue Devils here in the 4th. So for Gallia Academy, they come up with a big inning with 4 runs. 1 runner left on base, and now the Blue Devils have gone in front. So now, after 4.5, your score 4, Your score is Gallia Academy 4 and Warren 2.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
For the Warren half of the fifth, and in the top half of the fifth for Warren, they're going to be Hilverding, Al Winters, and Tate Jonas for the Warriors in the visiting half of the fifth. The Blue Devils a big fourth inning, as Gallia Academy was able to put on.
Are you okay? Don't hurt yourself, number 40.
He's got that grater there.
Thought he would step on the drag.
Yeah, he didn't.
Bad idea there. I'll tell you, I just want to take a second and mention one of the unsung heroes of this year for the Gallia Academy Blue Devils. Not even a player on the roster, but Robin Meyer's out there taking pictures like she does every game when she's not working. Just a hero out there. Really proud of the work she's doing.
And she gets a look over this way. The ball popped up and giving chase and hauling it in there for the Blue Devils was Conley.
Shockey.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Close. Close. He's right beside him.
Well, I was. I just looked up there. So Nathan Shockey comes over from second base and makes the catch, and that's going to be the first out. So Al Winters will step in. Hilverding actually got on the last time with a hit and scored one of the Warren runs. There's a ball outside. Nope, that's a strike. The ball's one strike. As Al Winters steps in. Winters, the third baseman for the Warriors. Here comes the pitch, and that ball's bounced back to the mound.
Hot shot. Nice play again there by Mr. Drummond.
Drummond threw a little high over there to Conley, but no, nothing doing as it's raked in over there by Conley. So nice play by Drummond. Drummond to Conley, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. And
looks like Warren's got number 27 Strong, the current DH. He's up there warming up down there in the bullpen, so might be looking to change. And on cue, here comes Heath Champlin. Looks like he's going to head down and warm up with Reese Toller for the Blue Devils.
This is going to be Tate Jonas who's batting, and we'll keep our eye on that to see what's going on, what's shaking there.
Right now, that was Logan's 60th pitch of the game, 39 strikes. So he's actually throwing pretty well. But like we talked about yesterday, those 60s and 70s, you get around there, you start to maybe shorten the leash on them a little bit.
Outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the count on the Warriors pitcher of the night. And pitched a good game. Blue Devils just had one good inning, that being the fourth. Here comes the pitch in the dirt. Ball 3. So we've got 3-0 now, the count from Logan Drummond. So both bullpens were busy. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. And he's going to go down to first.
And the old Charlie Hustle is going to take an extra base on that ball. The pass ball got by Mr. Kenny all the way to the backstop, but thankfully he got back on it and he didn't get an extra base there.
It's going to bring to the plate Braylon Murray. Murray's been up twice, had a single down the right field line in the first and then bounced out.
That was actually a triple, Bob.
It was?
It was a leadoff triple.
It was. That was the leadoff hit. And then in the third, he bounced out to Conley. No, yes. Bounced out to Conley, and Drummond was covering first base. A little bit of a lead there. Here comes the pitch. High and away, ball one. Yeah, the Warriors started good with that triple, and Murray would later score as Klein got a base hit to bring him in. But there's a strike. But for the Blue Devils, they had two consecutive 1-2-3 innings. The third and the fourth were both Drummond both recorded 1-2-3 innings. So after that little shaky start there in the first, they did pick up a run in the
Here
second.
goes the runner.
And the throw down to second.
Throw beat him, but was not where it needed to be, and he's in there.
The throw was to the right field side of the bag.
Yeah, pulled Beckett off there a little bit too much, and he couldn't quite get him back to the swipe tag. So they got a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs.
Jonas is going to go down to second base, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike on the Warriors center fielder. Foul
Turned on
down
that
the
one.
line. So that's going to make it 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the Warren top half of the 6th, or 5th rather. Thank you for joining us. There's a ball that's hit right to the second
Mr.
baseman.
Shockey for the 3rd out.
So Nathan Shockey, right place, right time, and hauls in the line drive from Murray, and that's going to do it for the Warriors in their half of the 5th. No runs, no hits. There was 1 runner left on base, and we've now played 4.5. And your score is Gallia Academy 4 and Warren 2.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Bob Hood back at the Bob Eastman Field along with Chris Delaney. And Chris, the Blue Devils clinging to a 2-point lead right here, 2-run lead right here. And they will have the top of the order, Beckett Camden, Logan Drummond, and Maddox Delaney.
Yeah, they coming right back almost identically where they started last inning, with the exception of Beckett Camden. I believe Logan Drummond led off with a base hit. Or did he get walked? I don't remember. Either way, he was on base. Oh, reached on an error.
Correct.
And so hopefully with 2, 3, 4 coming up, these bats can stay hot and we can get a few more runs here.
So
Get a little breathing room.
The Blue Devils lead 4-2 in a real important game for the Blue Devils, even though it's non-league. It's important because this would string together 2 wins in a row, and the Blue Devils really need that, and so it's important in that way.
Yeah, that's great for momentum, especially with 3 league games. Well, the finish of that first Rock Hill, then another one with Rock Hill, then that South Point game, and get rolling into the conference play.
Here comes the pitch, and it's rounded foul. And let's see here. Yep, we still pitching is Tate Jonas. So Jonas still on. As we saw, the bullpen was active there. We're just checking to make sure that we still had Jonas pitching, and he is pitching. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be a strike, so it's going to be no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, right now Beckett is 0 for 2, which is kind of rare for him, but dig himself out of a hole here and get in the hit column.
The last time he popped up to the catcher, and we were talking about that. Ball that Brandon Klein chased all the way to the screen.
Yeah, you hear Coach Camden talking about grinding out at bats, and this is what he's talking about. He's down 0-2, and now he's just got to get himself back in, give him a chance to get on base.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here comes the offering from Tate, and that's in the dirt. So that's going to even the count now 2-2 to Beckett Camden.
Junior shortstop for us. He throws a little bit too. Play some outfield.
2-2 pitch. Ball's really that foul ball. Well, that ball was laced.
Yeah, he's out ahead of it. He's been early a couple times here. Unfortunately, a little too early because, like you said, both those balls he's hit have been hard hit balls. Just he tugged on them a little too hard.
Here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and here comes the 2-2 offering. Fouled off.
It's out of play.
Behind us, it's the near the creek behind where we're broadcasting from. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and a good at bat here for Beckett Camden, as Tate is up there on the pitch count. Oh,
Nice
just
eye.
missed inside. It's going to run the count to 3-2. What's his pitch count there?
Well, right now that was his 71st pitch. This is a great at bat here by Beckett Camden. Worked his way all the way back to full. Hopefully he can win it.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the offering, and it's outside.
Ooh.
Oh, called him strike 3.
That's all right. Hey, you know what? You don't want to strike out, but anytime you can fall behind 0-2, foul off a couple pitches and get back full, that's as far as from the pitch count standpoint, that's a good at bat there by Beckett Camden.
So here comes now stepping in is Logan Drummond. Drummond reached on a walk in the first and reached on an error in the second. Here comes the pitch, fouled back above the screen. So no balls and 1 strike to count. As Tate Jonas on in his 5th inning of work. Blue Devils on those that are in the dugout are chasing foul balls. There's a ball, another one hit foul.
Shortstop's give third base and giving chase, but thankfully he did not have the range of one Ellie De La Cruz, who we spoke of yesterday. Probably cruised under that one, made a great play, but Logan Drummond still got another life here.
Speaking of the Reds, they scored 22 in 1 run and then get beat the next day, 24 in 1 day and then get beat the next day.
Yep.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Looking in from Tate is Tate Jonas. Fouled off. Oh, popped up.
Popped up on a
It's
ball.
going to be
that's-
catchable. And making the play over there is Al Winters at third base.
I'd say Logan would like to have that at bat back. He swung at a ball that was above his letters there, so unfortunately popped it up. But maybe we get a little 2-out lightning right here from Mr. Delaney.
Maddox, who pitched last night, tonight is playing third base. Here comes the pitch. The ball's lined at center
right
field.
At the center fielder.
And drifting over and making that catch is Braylon Murray. So Murray hauls in the fly ball by Delaney, and that's going to retire the Blue Devils. 1, 2, 3. No runs and no hits, no one left on base, and now we played 4.5. And you're 5.5, and you're 5. I'll get it, 5. And your score is Gallia Academy 4 and Warren 2.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
And welcome back here to Gallia Academy High School. Chris Delaney with Bob Hood, heading into the top of the 6th inning with Gallia Academy leading Warren 4-2. Got a couple changes here to mention. Logan Drummond, his day is done pitching. He threw 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, gave up 2 runs. Both of those were earned. They struck out 3, and he walked 1. And that's going to bring Heath Champlin, number 41, the sophomore, in to throw. Also, Mr. Drummond is moving over to first base, so Champlin will be in for Conley, I believe, in the official scorebook with the position change for Mr. Drummond. But so far this season, I don't have Heath's line, but we've spoken on him before. He's not a guy that's going to blow people away, but he'll be a guy that will throw a lot of strikes for you and get a lot of ground balls, and hopefully we can stay with that trend today. We gave up a couple early runs, but other than that, we've been in pretty good shape, Bob, and hopefully the Blue Devils can stay on track here and finish the job.
So Coach Camden going over those changes with the officials, and thank you once again, Chris, top half of the 6th. Thanks for picking up on those changes as Heath Champlin takes over for Logan Drummond. For Drummond, he pitched a pretty good game, really, in the middle part of the game. He got down the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 3rd and 4th. He retired Warren 1, 2, 3, and then faced only 4 batters in the 5th. So the middle innings were pretty good there for Drummond, and so he'll leave it for Heath Champlin.
So so far this year, Heath Champlin's thrown 13 and a third innings. He's faced 68 batters and thrown 224 pitches. He's 0-1 on the year, but he's given up 23 hits, 13 runs, 5 of those earned. He's struck out 12, and he's only walked 4.
The last time that I saw him pitch, he pitched really well in relief, and that was a home game. I can't even remember who it was that I saw him play and did the game, but he pitched really well, a game which he came in relief. So Gallia Academy leads in this one 4-2, trying to hold on, be their 2nd consecutive win, and on consecutive nights. And so the Blue Devils trying to put together a little winning streak here. And in for the Warriors will be Stauffer, Seeley, and Brandon Klein, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Warriors. First pitch, and that ball is swung.
Out of play. The visiting dugout.
So Champlin, first pitch is a strike, so he'll be at 0-1 now, ahead in the count. This is the left fielder for the Warriors, hitting in the top half of the 6th. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Champlin. No balls now, and 2 strikes.
Yeah, this is what we really like to see, somebody coming in relief. They get ahead of batters right off the bat. That's just a really great sign.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Low.
Missed low.
Nice pitch there. That's a good spot for a 2-strike fastball.
Just below the knees, a little bit outside also. So looking at the monitor there, just missed both outside and low. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Champlin, who has pitched pretty well. There's a ball outside. His grandparents here tonight watching the game. I saw them prior to the game. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball's lined to.
It's going to get down.
Left to right center field. Right fielder coming over and picking it up. There is so that's a hit for Stauffer. He leads off the 6th with a single to right center.
Looks like Warren's got a guy, Winters, up there, the current third baseman up there, getting Warren in the bullpen for Warren.
So David Champlin coming over and cutting that ball off. Stauffer takes a short lead over there at first. Here, Champlin working from the stretch, fouled over top.
There's a healthy cut right there by Seeley. Wanted to knock the scoreboard over with that one.
No balls and 1 strike. As Champlin doing a little bit of cleaning up on the mound.
Yeah, he looked like he was having a little bit of trouble getting dug in when he was warming up, so hopefully he got straightened out.
Ball's hit down to
That's a
the
fair
third
ball.
base line. Fair ball. It's going to go into left field, and it's going to be a long single there for Seeley. That's the going to be the second runner on board as Stauffer will move on to second base. So 2 on now, nobody out for Warren as they're hitting in the top half of the 6th.
Yeah, they are cooking all of a sudden. 2-1 with nobody out with the 4-hole up here.
That ball was hit really well, right over third. Delaney had no chance to haul that in. The ball was hit way too hard. There comes to the plate will be Brandon Klein. He's going to bunt, and it goes foul. He deadened the ball and did a good job, but it went foul, and Logan Kenny smartly waited until the ball was foul, until he touched it.
Yeah, you can see the urgency there by the coaching staff of Warren with your 4-hole hitter up with nobody out. He's looking to bunt guys over to get those runs, and shows you how important those are right now.
You have a good hitter there at the plate. He is 0 for 2 tonight. There he is going to bunt it right back to the mound.
And
Champlin fell
that's gonna
down. That's going to be a base hit. Champlin fell down coming off the mound.
Yep.
And so that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to load the bases for the Warriors.
Yeah, now that we're in desperate need here because we're in a spot. That was a nice bunt. He was trying to give himself up, but like you said, Heath came off the mound and slipped in that on the front edge of the mound there, and we couldn't make a play on it. So now we got bases loaded with nobody out.
So stepping in now is Saban Jonas. Champlin to the stretch. And there's a pitch. Ball's hit to first baseman. He's going to come home. Got the out.
He's
Go
in
back
the
to
sec-
first.
Got him.
And got him. Oh, no. Good. Oh, safe call over there at first. Good play there by Logan Kenny to go back to first base. The ball was hit to Braden Conley. He came home, got
That's
the
Logan
first out.
Drummond over there.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right. I looked at the my old sheet there. Drummond fielded the ball nicely, threw home, and Kenny then threw back to first and almost had a double play.
I think maybe Mr. Drummond didn't quite make it back to the bag, but that's okay. We'll get the lead runner.
And
that's
save a
going
run.
to be down. They're going to get one in.
And that's going to be a base hit there for Hayden Strong and an RBI. So scoring on the play will be Jacob Stauffer. And going to third will be Seeley. Second and now is Klein. And Hayden Strong is over at first base for the Warriors. And Coach Camden coming out and giving some instructions there to his Blue Devil infield. So now the score is 4-3, but the bases are full of Warriors. So the Blue Devils faced here with needing to come up with a defensive play.
Yeah, got bases loaded still here with the one out. Number 12 who is that?
Hilverding.
At the plate here. He is 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Hopefully we can get a ground ball, strikeout, pop up, something will help us out and preserve the lead here.
Here we go. Here's the pitch. Popped up, just like you said. Out. It's going to be a foul ball, but giving chase over there is Delaney, or Drummond, rather, and he's going to haul it in. So nice play over there by Logan Drummond to get that out.
It's a big out for our defense right there.
That is a nice out. Drummond had to chase it a little bit down the short right field line.
Looks like we got a pinch hitter coming up, number 25 for Warren.
And their coaching staff provided us with a roster before the game. So we'll see who that is. That's going to be Luke Reiser. Luke Reiser, he's a freshman. He pitches and plays first base. So Reiser is going to hit for Al Winters.
Big spot here for the Blue Devils.
Here comes Champlin.
Nice block. Nice block there by Logan Kenny behind the plate.
So the Blue Devils lead in this one by 1 now, 4-3, top half of the 6th. As a good ball game tonight so far here. We hope you've enjoyed watching it. Champlin coming to the stretch. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be low. That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Nowhere to put him. So he has to pitch to him. 2 balls and 1 strike. Already 1 in for the Warriors. From the stretch, Champlin. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be outside. Ball 3. So 3-0 the count now to Reiser. Pretty good sized kid. Where's number 25? 3-0. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be a strike. He was taken all the way. So Reiser taking. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Really like to see Heath get back in this at bat here and finish this guy off. We know he can do it. It just comes down to the execution here.
2, and that's going to go into left field. That's going to score a run, and that's now we've got hung up in between is Klein, and he's going to be tagged out. And so that's going to be the second.
Well, they got 2. They got the lead on us, Bob.
Yep.
They're back on top 5-4.
So 5-4 now as they did score two runs. So Warren takes the lead now. So we've played now 5.5, and your score is Warren 5, Gallia Academy 4.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Bob Hood back at the Bob here in Centenary. Chris Delaney with me, and it's going to be Nathan Shockey, Braden Conley, and Logan Kinney for the Blue Devils, as Warren was able to score 3 runs in that 6th inning, and then of course they got the out there at second base to end the inning, but 3 runs scored. So Warren takes the lead 5-4 now, and the Blue Devils hitting in the bottom of the 6th. So really, Gallia Academy really needing to do something here and hopefully get not just 1, but take the lead again.
Yeah, they sent Jonas back out on the mound right now. He's at 76 pitches, so hopefully we can work him some more and get some guys on. We got to have base runners now. We're in a spot here.
Tate Jonas on in the 6th inning of work here for the Warriors. Pitched a pretty good game, and up to the plate is Nathan Shockey. So now the count is no balls and 1 strike to Shockey. Blue Devils' second bagger. Played a good game tonight defensively. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That ball's grounded to short. Up with the ball and on over to first is Seeley, and that's going to be the first out. So Shockey grounds out. Seeley to Hilverding. That's the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring Braden Conley to the plate.
Yeah, I guess
No.
Brady is he's re-entering.
Okay,
to bat.
so that is okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to be sure there as we got that correction there in the last inning. So Braden Conley is in and hitting.
Yeah, he's hit the ball well a couple times tonight. Just hasn't been able to find any grass. So he's due for one here too.
He did score a run in the 4th, and after getting on with a walk, there's a bouncing ball
There
to
again,
second.
he hit the ball really hard, got down the line and was motoring, beat that one out. So yeah, again, hitting the ball really well. He smoked that ball back up the middle. Ate the second baseman up. He stuck with it, but he didn't quite make the play. But Brady's hitting the ball really well today.
Jonas was shaded over there toward the shortstop, almost behind the base, and the ball came up on him, and he's still rubbing his arm there a little bit as Saban Jonas was over there and did not field it cleanly and able to beat out the
Bring
play.
up Logan Kinney.
Conley. Logan Kinney takes outside. Ball one. Kinney was hit by a pitch in the second and then flew out to the center fielder in the fifth, Murray. Here comes the 1-0 offering. That's fouled off to the screen. So one runner on for the Blue Devils. That would be Conley. He's on first. And we're seeing here what Kinney can do as Champlin will wait on deck. One ball, one strike to count, one out for the Blue Devils, hitting in the home half of the sixth inning. There's a strike.
Good pitch to hit right there. Now he's in a hole, got to dig out. Let's see if he changes his approach here, shortens his swing up.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count as Jonas works from the stretch.
Fouled that one off. Way to hang. That's what we want to see.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count now. As Gallia Academy trails 5-4. We're in the bottom of the sixth with a runner on base. Here comes the pitch. And that ball is
That is going to get
it's gonna
through.
Be a base
there
hit.
we go.
So down the left field
And it
line.
gets
It gets
by.
past the left fielder, but not far enough for anybody to advance. Way to play it safe out there at second was Conley. And so a single there for Logan Kinney. And
Bring up
that's
Heath Champlin, David Champlin, number 6. So Blue Devils in business here. Runners on first and second with 1 out. A big spot for David Champlin here.
So Champlin, the right fielder, struck out in the first and got on in the fourth with a walk. And so a chance for him to get an RBI and be the hero of the game here. Shading over towards second is Jonas. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Dave's just not looking comfortable in the box right now.
Yeah, you mentioned that the last time up, and so got that left foot raised up there just a little bit. Here comes the no ball, 1 strike pitch. Outside, ball 1. So it's gonna be a 1-1 count. Champlin's played a good game there in right field.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, Brady Conley needs to be careful back there at second base. That catcher might throw behind him, so he needs to be on his toes.
Yeah, that second baseman is right up almost behind the bag. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. And they're running over there every time. So like you said, Saban Jonas shaded over there almost right behind the bag. They don't want to catch Conley sleeping there.
Pitcher steps off there. Maybe some confusion on the signs. They're going to get the same page going on here. Maybe he's a little nervous, a little antsy. He might be getting tired, too.
He's got to be up.
He's at 87 pitches.
Wow. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And Champlin hits the ball down to second. Oh, thought it was
Little
going to be
duck snort
over.
behind second. It almost got over. A little bit more on it. That's a base hit.
I thought it was going to be over the second baseman's head, Saban Jonas. And really what I thought, without looking up, I thought Jonas was still playing over there behind the base. I thought that was going to get in short right field.
Now we've got Matthew Foster coming up. He had that big 3 RBI hit last inning. Here's a couple innings ago. Here's his chance to get another one here.
So Kenny at first and Braden Conley at second. Here comes the pitch, high and away, as Champlin flies out to the second baseman. The second baseman out there, Saban Jonas, he's giving signals to the catcher. So you caught that as well, high and inside.
2-0 now to Foster. 2 down here. Big spot here. Running on anything, as they say, crack of the bat. So hopefully that'll give Brady enough of a start. He can get around third base and score here on a base hit.
2 balls and no strikes as Tate Jonas working from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. There's a strike.
I'm guessing
2
he
balls,
had
1 strike.
take all the way there. He didn't even pretend like he wanted it.
Ball never came off, or the bat rather, never came off his shoulder. So that count now, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Blue Devils trail 5-4. Bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch. Outside, 3-1. Good look, as Coach Camden said.
Now we're sitting here pretty. Mr. Foster can wait on something he likes here and hit it hard somewhere.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Blue Devils have 2 runners on. Trailing right here, 5-4. Here comes the pitch to Foster.
That's a good one.
3 balls now and 2 strikes as the count's going to be run full. So nowhere to, it's got to be, the runners will be off.
Runners are going to be moving here.
And Coach Camden reminding them of that. And there's
Ball 4.
Nope.
Ooh, that was
Oh,
close.
yeah, ball 4. I actually thought, yep, ball 4. So
I think
Foster
it was
draws,
maybe a little bit inside.
Foster draws a walk, so that's going to load the bases
That'll bring
down.
up Tyler Young, the senior, number 4 in.
So Kenny is going to come over to be Braden Conley will be now advanced to third base. So we're going to have runners on all the bases. So Coach Camden is going to walk down the line and meet Tyler Young, giving him some instructions there. And meanwhile, we might have a pitching change here for Warren. Maybe not, but
Yeah, as we said,
he's getting up there.
Jonas is at 93 pitches right now. So that's a lot of pitches. But also, this is a tough spot. You let him try and work out, or you bring in a fresh arm. You just never know with bases loaded right now. So trying to figure out what they want to do.
He's taking some time there, and so we're going to see here. He's going to leave him in the game.
Let him roll here. Let's see if he's going to see if Mr. Jonas can get the job done here.
So everything's on the line. Tyler Young has hit the ball well. He's reached once, but hit the ball well each time.
Yeah, he's going to hit the ball hard just about every time.
Yep, he is.
He's due for a big hit, just like Mr. Foster was.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. He was swinging for it.
Yeah, he was just under that one.
The Blue Devils trail by 1 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Oh, he steps off the rubber. So Tate steps back off the pitching rubber, looks in, now back on top, ready to go. Runners on all bases for the Blue Devils. There's a pop-up.
It's in play.
Giving chase. Foul ball. Going to drop in. We didn't see. Did it drop in?
Yeah, it fell in. Yeah, see, it's a foul ball. He got lucky.
So Young now no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, now you really have to be a great hitter here. Now you got to do whatever you can. You got to shorten your swing, take a lot off your swing, and focus on contact here. This is a huge spot for the Blue Devils, like they've been in the past 2 or 3 innings. But
Brandon Klein gave chase over in front of the Blue Devils dugout. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Jonas. Takes a deep breath. Going to bring it in. Nice block.
Yes, sir.
There by Klein.
That was a
in
very
the
nice
dirt.
block.
As,
Run-saving play right there.
Yep. So Coach Camden instructing Conley over there as to what to do. He heads up. Conley taking a short lead over there out on the grass. Just on the grass, off the dirt. Here comes the pitch, high and away. Not going anywhere. Conley scampers back to third.
Conley on second, Brady Conley on third, Logan Kenny on second, and Matthew Foster there on first base.
So Kenny, umpire calling time. Runners going back. Kenny had a pretty good lead up there.
Yeah, they're not really paying attention to him. He
No,
could
they're
probably get
not.
almost on to third base.
This is the tying run right here at third base. This is who they got all eyes on. You are right about that. There's a ground ball. It's going to be back.
Ground ball.
It's
That's a
gonna be-
trouble. That's a
that's
trouble
gonna be
play
hit.
right there.
That's
And Young
gonna be
beat
a
it
base
out.
hit. Yep. Tyler Young beats it out. It was a soft hit down between the pitcher and first base, and nobody was going to get to it.
Yeah,
that's
that's
going to be
a
an
tough
infield
play
hit.
with as fast as Tyler's coming out of the box, and like you touched on yesterday, coming out of that left-hander's box, you get an extra step or so ahead of a guy out of the right-hand box. And that's the benefit right there. You beat that play out. A right-handed batter coming out of the box is probably going to be out there by a step, but coming out of left box, and with the speed that Tyler Young's got, they just tied the game up. So, and now we're back to Beckett Camden with 2 outs.
2 outs, and the Blue Devils have tied it. Here comes the pitch to Camden. Laced the ball down the left field line. Foul.
Splash down in the creek there. Again, he's early on the ball. He's swinging the ball well, but swinging the bat well. Sorry, but he's out early. He's ahead of this guy.
No balls, 1 strike to count. Bases full of Blue Devils, and so Tate Jonas ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch, and that ball is lined to the shortstop, and he falls down. There's going to be nowhere to go, and that's going to score a run.
The shortstop there tried to make a play, roaming over to his right side. There's Corey Luce interrupted me here on my call on the play here. The shortstop tried to make a play to his right, to his glove side, and throw over to third, but the third baseman wasn't quite ready for it, so that ball snuck by, and we scored another one. Now we've got 2 outs with the bases loaded in. Number 9, Logan Drummond coming up.
The baseball mind has just walked up beside us here. Coach
Yes,
Corey
sir.
Luce. And
He's chomping at the bit to get a hold of the pitch chart. I know that.
I know he is. Former Gallia Academy assistant coach Corey Luce in behind and trying to distract my color commentator.
Like Ric Flair, the current, former, and future potential.
Yeah. Here comes the pitch now to Logan Drummond. Ball's
He hits a
bounced
chopper
high
to third base.
To third. And that's going to be
He's
an
out
out
there. Yeah.
as the shortstop got him there over to first.
He was out. That's the right call. That's a good call. Bang, bang, but it was the right call.
And almost interference on the runner there as he was trying to get to third base.
Trying to play a little linebacker out there, I think Mr. Young was. But overall, the Blue Academy gets the lead back. They score 2 runs there on how many hits they have, Bob?
They had 2 hits.
2 runs on 2 hits there. In the bottom of the 6th, they get the lead back 5-6 heading after 6 complete innings. Gallia Academy 6 and the Warren Warriors 5. We'll be right back.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch. You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Chris Delaney and Corey Luce back here at the Bob Eastman Field, where we got a good one here, and the Blue Devils have reclaimed the lead 6-5, and so now we got to play on the defensive end here.
Yes, sir. We got a little distracted there again by Mr. Luce.
That can be distracting.
Reminiscing about the olden days and the future days. But, yeah, Gallia Academy, we're in a dogfight right now. We battled back in it here. We got to play defense. I think we made a pitching change as well. We've got number 34, the senior Matthew Foster, coming in relief for number 41, Heath Champlin. Mr. Foster's not going to do much but throw the gas. He can throw it pretty hard. This is the hardest. He's probably throws harder than maybe Tyler Young, but this is the hardest that Warren's going to see today.
So who goes to center?
It looks like it is Beckett Camden has gone to center field, and Logan Drummond has moved over to shortstop. And Brady Conley is back into first base.
Okay. So we'll try to get those, try to keep up with those there. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. So Foster, like you said, and thank you very much, Chris, for that, but he's going to throw strikes, and he's going to throw it hard. So The Blue Devils trying to preserve that lead here in the top of the 7th. There's a ball off the plate, ball 1. So the Blue Devils trying to win their 2nd consecutive game, and they've got that lead back in a terrific comeback. And here comes the pitch. Ball's bounced to third. That's going to be.
Oh my, that's
a nice play.
wow, that's a nice play.
That was a real nice play there as.
I'll be a little partial. Again, that's the athleticism he got from his mother on that play. Just a really nice play to charge that slow roller and throw off his foot. Nice play by Maddox, and there's one down. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, number 10. Is that Murray?
Yes.
Yeah, he's hit the ball well,
Braylon
so they
Murray.
better be ready to play with him.
Great play there by Delaney on a really a slow hit ball. He was playing in, and the good thing he was, he fielded the ball. He kind of deadened it, and he threw over to first base. And what a great defensive play there by the Blue Devils' third baseman. So 1 out now in half of the 7th as the Blue Devils trying to close out a win here over the Warren Local Warriors, and kind of a revenge, really, because of that game that they got beat up there at Vincent.
Yeah, they got to finish Warren off, though. They should know that they can't quit. They can't take their foot off the gas because Warren will come back and beat them.
Here comes the pitch, and that ball is a strike. So now 2 balls and 1 strike from Matthew Foster, the Blue Devils starting center fielder. Foster with the 2-1 pitch, and that's going to, in the dirt, 2-2. That's going to even the count. No, 3-1, sorry. 3-1. So Foster behind the count as Braylon Murray stands in. Ball hit foul, so that's going to make the count now 3-2. So it's full count now. Murray tripled in that first inning. We talked about that several times. Ball he hit hard down the right field line. Gallia Academy has activity in their bullpen. Ball 4, and that's going to put
The tying run aboard here.
Braylon Murray on board. So Murray draws a base on balls, and he's going to be the tying run down at first base.
So now you got to be on your toes if you're Gallia Academy. You got to be ready for a bunt here. So they got speed everywhere. So wouldn't be surprised if Warren bunts this guy, tries to bunt this guy into scoring position with their 3-4 coming up.
Jacob Stauffer, the hitter, he's reached one time, scored a run in the 6th. Ball low and away. So 1 ball, no strike the count there as Foster comes to the belt. Here comes, throw over to first.
Not a bad idea, just to keep him honest. I don't think he was throwing over there to get him out. I think he just wanted to know not to get so far away.
We want to thank you for watching. We also want to thank those people at Total Media Sports for helping us out here with camera work and also with the technical assistance. There's high and inside. The count now is 2-0.
Quick timeout here by Coach Camden. Go out here and settle Foster down, I think.
Stauffer, the left fielder for the Warriors. And so this has been a ball game. It's been a good game from the word get-go. Don't forget that next Monday night we'll have the same Gallia Academy team. It'll be the Blue Devils against the Portsmouth Trojans right here. And Chris Delaney and I'll have that call again. So in the meantime, the Blue Devils play on the road both Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
No, they're off tomorrow. They
they're
play
off. It's
Thursday and Friday. Yeah.
Okay, Thursday and Friday. So much needed rest day tomorrow for the Blue Devils. 2 balls, 1 strike.
The pitcher, number 34, Matthew Foster.
Foster comes to the belt. Here comes the pitch. Low and away in the dirt. It's will run to count now to 3-0. As the Warriors are hitting in the top of the 7th. Trail by 1. They have a runner on first. Foster to the belt. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be ball 4, and he's going to draw a walk. So 2 consecutive walks have set up runners now at first and second.
We're still okay here. We got 1 out. We just need a ground ball. Foster's got to throw strikes, so we can't let him walk for free. Got to make him earn it.
Jacob Seeley is the batter, Seeley is 0 for 2 and draw base on balls in the 6th. So he's coming to bat
There
in
you
the
go.
7th. There's a
There
strike.
you go.
Nice pitch there from Foster. So here comes the belt. Comes the pitch. That's going to be
Nice pitch.
strike 2. So now the count is 0-2 as Foster has thrown 2 good pitches. That one was on the inside corner. So no balls, 2 strikes to count, 1 out, 2 runners on for the Warriors. There we go. Here's the pitch. The ball is
Nice play. Holy smokes, a double play to win the game.
double play.
Wow, Brady Conley just made a ranging play to his left side on a ball that was smoked and was probably going to score a couple runs for Warren. Made a great play on it. The guy on first was a couple steps off, and Brady basically landed on the first base bag to double up the base runner from Warren there, and that'll do it. That will be the final 2 outs of the game for the Gallia Academy Blue Devils.
What a play there by Conley over at first base as he caught Jacob Stauffer going off the base, and the ball was laced, like you said. Great play over there by Conley to end the game. So for the Blue Devils, they're going to come away with a win, and they're going to 2 wins in a row now. So we're on a roll, and that's a much-needed win there by the Blue Devils on a great play by Conley down there at first base, a game-ending double play to win the game for the Blue Devils.
Yes, sir. Just a phenomenal play there. Great job. Way to bear down by the Blue Devils. They battled the 7 whole innings today. Well, 6.5. But, yeah, just a great job for them. Great start to the week. Beating Coal Grove tonight and then getting revenge against Warren last night and then getting Warren tonight. So, hopefully we're rolling right now. But that's a very happy Blue Devil baseball team over there.
And like you said, they got revenge from that first game they played up in Vincent. So final score tonight here from Gallia Academy is the Blue Devils defeat the Warren Local Warriors by the score of 6-5. We'll be back and recap the game as you're listening to High School Sports on Total Media Broadcasting.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Looking for your next vehicle?
You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio. Whether you're cruising the highways or tackling tough terrain, Braden has the perfect Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram for you. Visit us at 252 Upper River Road, Gallipolis, Ohio, or call 740-853-5668. Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, driving Gallipolis forward. Looking for your next vehicle? Time to bring in Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your trusted dealership in Gallipolis, Ohio.
Ready for a movie night? Head to Silver Screen 7 in Gallipolis. With 7 screens showcasing the latest blockbusters and fan favorites, there's something for everyone. Enjoy comfy seats, affordable tickets, and fresh, buttery popcorn that hits the spot. Located at 1284 Jackson Pike, it's your local destination for cinematic fun. Check showtimes and buy tickets at silverscreen7.com or follow us on Facebook. Silver Screen 7, where Gallipolis comes to watch. You're watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by Braden Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Gallipolis.
Bob Hood along with Chris Delaney back at the Bob, and we're going to try to do this. Chris I came up with the idea of maybe taking an evening and taking what we're going to maybe call a star of the game, or one of the stars of the game, let's put it that way. And this evening we're talking with a Blue Devil center fielder and pitcher, and who had a really good game tonight, Matthew Foster. Matthew, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Big win for the Blue Devils.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And it was a big win because you got one back from them up in Vincent, so
Yep.
that's kind of a retaliation type thing.
Yep. Played 10 times better.
Yeah.
10
Hey,
times
take us
better.
through that at bat. We had the bases loaded, and I touched on in the stream that you've been looking for a base hit, and you're one of these guys that just absolutely needed to come through, and you came
Yeah.
through right there. Walk us through that at bat.
Pressure was on. I feel like I do 10 times better when the
Yeah.
pressure's on.
Likes
When
the pressure, huh?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah. Pitching too. Come out in the pitcher.
You came in the last inning there and got the save. What was your mindset there when you're stepping on the mound and you know you got to shut these guys down?
You got to go at it, full bore. You can't let down.
Good.
Once you let down, everything's down. You can't let your momentum down. You got to go at it 100%.
Now they got two guys on. They have one out. Were you nervous at all?
A little bit. You always be a little bit
Did you
nervous.
expect Bear to make a game-saving
No.
double play to win the game?
No, but that was one heck of a play. I will say that. It was one heck of a play.
That was really a heck of a play, as we talked about. And tonight you got on board yourself a couple times and accounted for a lot there in center field. And what's it like out there roaming center field and trying to be a heads-up guy and directing everybody all over the field?
Sometimes you get yelled at for saying the wrong things, and sometimes you make the worst decision, and the ball's on the other side of the field. I mean, it's just little things. All the pressure's on you in the outfield. You're the main man.
Well, you did great coming through in the clutch tonight in the batter's box and on the mound. So great job. We won't keep you. We know you've got to get out and get the field taken care of. But great job, great start to the week, and hopefully we can get rolling. So good job tonight, Matthew.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Matthew Foster, our guest on the
Thanks.
post-game comments there, as we're trying to do something a little bit different. And Chris, I'll give you credit for that. And it's kind of your idea, and I thought it went real well. And so thank you for
Yeah, it's good.
that idea.
I think it's great to be able to get these guys on here, give them a little more recognition. Only when they win. We did talk. We're not going to put them out here and interview them if we go out and lose. So anytime we win a home game, we're going to pick a player of the game. Hopefully, hopefully it's an obvious choice. If we got a game where there might be one or two guys, we'll put both of them on there. But tonight, it seemed to me like I think you agreed that Matthew Foster was kind of the standout guy who got stuff done tonight. So it's fitting for him. He's a senior, and we can get rolling. Hopefully, like we've talked about yesterday and today, getting 2 wins and then going down to Rock Hill to maybe get one and another one, and then a South Point Friday night. So this could be a good bouncing point for us right there. Is Bear, Mr. Conley. Great play to win the game for us tonight over there at first base. Great job tonight. So
Good job.
I hope, like I said, hopefully that'll be it, and we'll get rolling.
And don't forget, we'll be on the air again next Monday night. You can do the same thing. Go to the YouTube and watch the game here on Total Media Sports. And thanks, Shelby, for the pickup on the camera. Thanks to the audio, getting us on and off. And so we had good work tonight from all of our team. Thank you, Chris, for a good job. Color. And so we want to just say one more time, the Blue Devils come away with a big win tonight, 6-5 here at home. In a game in which they much needed, and now we're going to look forward to a couple of games on the road before we come home again next Monday night to play the Portsmouth Trojans. For Chris Delaney, this is Bob Hood and the Total Team here at Total Media Sports. Good night, everyone.
Thanks for watching Gallia Academy Sports, presented by